Funding for Shaperillis is provided by Squarespace, the sponsor of today's video. From websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Super Mario Galaxy is probably my most replayed game of all time, and it also happens to be one of my favorite games of all time. That first fact would be pretty weird if that second fact wasn't also true. Anyway, now that I'm a part-time game talker about her, I figured I would put my 20 plus playthroughs of this game to good use. But not through a simple review. Oh, no. I'm gonna rank every single star in the game based on how enjoyable they are, starting with the absolute worst, most boring or frustrating star, and culminating with the funnest one. It's all based on my personal enjoyment, meaning this list is riddled with those dreaded opinions you all hear so much about. Sorry if I hate on your favorite star, I still love the game itself, so that's all that matters. A couple of quick ground rules. First, we're ranking the stars in Super Mario Galaxy, not Super Luigi Galaxy, meaning any small changes in the Luigi variants of each star, like the cosmic races and whatnot, won't be considered. I also wanted to address speedy commets, which force you to replay a level with virtually no changes under a time limit. These are the epitome of laziness, and they will be ranked a lot lower than the levels they're based on just because they're forcing me to repeat content for no good reason. The other prankster comments change things up enough that they generally don't have this issue. So with all that said, let's start ranking. Sea Slide Galaxy, purple coins by the seaside, literal agony, the most drawn out, boring mission in the entire game. It's not fun to take a lap around this entire galaxy and do nothing but grab these insanely spread out coins. To add insult to injury, instead of spawning the star where you spawn, since, you know, that's where you'll end up after grabbing all the coins, it spawns the star on the exact opposite side of the map. Wow, how delightful! Yeah, not even the bee suit can save this travesty. Dusty Dune Galaxy, Sandblast Speedrun, because I guess doing this mediocre mission once wasn't good enough. Dusty Dune Galaxy, purple coins in the sand. This level isn't inherently awful as long as you don't fall in the quicksand, because guess what? There's no checkpoint, so the instant death quicksand will make you lose all of your purple coins, even if you're at 99. Oh, isn't that fun? Isn't that good game design? You. Dreadnought Galaxy, Topman Tribe Speedrun. A genuinely awful idea for a speedrun level considering how long it is. It just feels like a waste of time doing it again. As I said, the epitome of laziness in this game. At least the original mission is fairly enjoyable. Dusty Dune Galaxy, Bullet Bill on your back. It is not fun to have a bullet bill on your back, especially when you have to attract it from a high place while you're at a low place, and then awkwardly maneuver it in order to break some glass. It's also not fun to get to this planet after doing half of the regular tedious mission. Flip Switch Galaxy, painting the planet yellow. This feels like more of a tech demo than something that should have been in the final game. You go in, you flip some panels, you go out. The title isn't even accurate because all the yellow panels turn green. It's lame. Dusty Dune Galaxy, blasting through the sands. Well, I don't like the blue star chip collecting part, and I also don't care for the part at the end. Dusty Dune is a bad galaxy. Dusty Dune Galaxy, Sun-Baked Sandcastle. The titular sandcastle is kinda neat, the rest of the level kinda sucks, as is tradition for this galaxy. Beach Bowl Galaxy, passing the swim test. Jump in the water, steal a gold shell from a penguin, bring it back. There you go, that's the whole mission. As much as I like crushing this penguin child's hopes and dreams, this star is just so ridiculously lazy. Honey Hive Galaxy, Big Bad Bugaboom. This level's painfully short and the boss fight is annoying. Thank God Galaxy 2 fixed this with a much better suited power-up. Battle Rock Galaxy, Top Maniac Daredevil Run. I like this boss fight for what it is, but I'm a little bit insulted that the game considers a Daredevil run of it to be challenging. It's actually kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Hurry Scurry Galaxy, the Shrinking Satellite. It's just Flip Switch Galaxy again in terms of being a tech demo for a concept that's used better later in the game. But it is fun to try and touch all the platforms and make them disappear before getting the star, I'll give it that. Sling Pod Galaxy, a very sticky situation. I don't know if I love Sling Pods enough to praise an entire galaxy made out of them, but at least it's a great place to farm for star bits if you need some. That's really its only value. Beach Bowl Galaxy, Sunken Treasure. I don't like swimming, and I don't like this galaxy either because of swimming. Aside from the swimming, this mission is pretty short and basic. Though I do think it's funny that the teacher is frustrated because his students are distracted by sparkly objects, then you collect them all and make a big sparkly object. That's not more distracting at all. Good job, Mario, you've ruined the education system. Sea Slide Galaxy, Faster Than a Speeding Penguin. Did we need another race and or competition mission through Sea Slide's waters? Was 2 not enough? Yeah, this one kind of reeks of unoriginality, and it's a fairly unexciting mission. Dusty Dune Galaxy, Treasure of the Pyramid. Out of all possible galaxies to put an extra star in. They seriously had to pick the actual worst one. Whatever, this is a neat star in concept, but it's so tedious in its execution that I can't give it much of a pass. At least I didn't have to replay much of the main level to get to this one. Snowcap Galaxy, Star Bunnies in the Snow. It's pretty neat to use your pointer to clear snow, but for the most part, this one's kind of frustrating since the snow limits your movements and it makes it hard to chase after these bunnies. Not terrible, but not impressive. Space Junk Galaxy, Polestar Path Speedrun. Combining Polestars with a time limit certainly changes the vibe of the level up, but at the end of the day, it's still just repeating the same level again. Drip Drop Galaxy, Giant Eel Outbreak. A pretty basic, unmemorable eel murder mission. The only thing I really remember about it is the weirdly long flyover sequence at the beginning. Like, just land already, dude, come on. Loop-de-Loop Galaxy, Surfing 101. It's got a chill vibe to it, but motion-controlled race surfing was never really my favorite thing in the game. This course is also embarrassingly easy and just comes across as a tepid gimmick. Gusty Garden Galaxy, Gusty Garden's Gravity Scramble. Doesn't really take advantage of Gusty Garden's main strengths as a galaxy, that being its nature theme and its epic music, both of which are absent during this kinda generic gravity segment. They definitely could have had a better capper for this fan-favorite galaxy. Battle Rock Galaxy, Luigi Under the Saucer. Do the exact same level again, except this time with an extra awkward maneuver of a bullet bill to the bottom of a platform. Kinda lame, but it does get bonus points for Sassy Luigi. Rolling Green Galaxy, Rolling in the Clouds. I kinda like the rolling ball missions, but this one's really short and frankly unmemorable. It's honestly over before it even starts. Deep Dark Galaxy, Boo in a Box. As a kid, I always thought this was the required first star in the galaxy. I never noticed the giant arrow of star bits that pointed me to the actual required star. Oh well, this was a creative idea, but I don't think the execution is really that interesting at all. Still, it's nice that this hidden star is accessible on any of the 3 main missions. More galaxies should have done that. Freeze Flame Galaxy, Conquering the Summit. Really clever hiding spot for a hidden star, but I'm not the biggest fan of this summit climb. It's more annoying than generally challenging because of all these boulders and such, but not awful. Dusty Dune Galaxy, Soaring on the Desert Winds. This one really only gets points for the cool 2D section with the fire flower and everything. Otherwise, it's more tedious Dusty Dune bullshit. Gusty Garden Galaxy, Bunnies in the Winds. Not the most interesting introduction possible for this lovely galaxy, and it especially suffers a lot from a not super fun chase with the bunny at the end, but not bad. Boy Base Galaxy, The Secret of Boy Base. As a kid, I didn't even realize this was the hidden star. I thought this pipe was required for the main mission. Overall, not the most memorable star aside from the fact that it is indeed green. Hey, how come 2 of the 3 green stars in this game require you to lead a bullet bill into some glass? I would kinda understand that if it was all 3 that required that, but 2 out of 3? That's pretty weird. Deep Dark Galaxy, Guppy in the Underground Lake. It's kinda lazy to reintroduce Guppy so soon after his last appearance in Sea Slide, but honestly, it's mildly enjoyable to twist and turn through this little lake and get all the rings. Not the worst possible way to end off this galaxy's main missions. The first Bowser level, I wasn't paying attention and I forgot what its name was. Whoops. I'll just put it on screen right now. Yeah, this one isn't too terribly memorable, especially compared to the later Bowser levels. It does some neat things with gravity and whatnot, but it still feels pretty basic overall. Honey Hive Galaxy, the Honey Hive's Purple Coins. I like the Honey Hive Galaxy enough, but it's not too terribly interesting to scour this big planet for purple coins. Could be worse, but could be better. Freeze Flame Galaxy, Purple Coins on the Summit. A decent galaxy-wide search for purple coins, though the most memorable thing about it is this weirdly dramatic dialogue from Captain Toad about the summit. Truly epic. Boy Base Galaxy, the Floating Fortress. Kind of an unmemorable star aside from the Pokeball at the end. That's actually pretty neat, not gonna lie. Honey Hive Galaxy, Honey Hive Cosmic Mario Race. A pretty basic start to a series of comets I'm not a huge fan of, but it's kind of fun to crush the CPU's hopes and dreams. Honey Hive Galaxy, Trouble on the Tower. I never understood why they got rid of the bee suit for this level, considering that's the whole point of this galaxy, and it would have made the platforming even more interesting, but whatever. Not the worst, just not particularly memorable. Toy Time Galaxy, the Flip Switch Chain. Flip switches and tox boxes aren't the most interesting things in the world, meaning this is just kind of an okay hidden star. Nothing more, nothing less. Good Egg Galaxy, Dino Piranha Speedrun. Doesn't really change much from the original mission, so overall, it's just lucky that I like the original mission so much. Otherwise, it would be a lot lower. Beach Bowl Galaxy, the Secret Undersea Cavern. I'm not used to the Stone Cyclone being so tame, considering how maniacal it is in Galaxy 2. Still, this is one of the only missions in Beach Bowl that actually goes to interesting places, so points for breaking the mold there. Still not amazing though. Beach Bowl Galaxy, Beachcombing for Purple Coins. Surprisingly not all that tedious or drawn out. It's actually pretty relaxing and enjoyable to collect all these coins. At least until the spring mushroom gets involved, and then it becomes kinda terrible. Seriously, who invited that kid? But yeah, other than that, nice relaxing star. Toy Time Galaxy, Bouncing Down Cake Lane. Imagine taking the most delicious looking dessert you could ever imagine and then dumping horseradish all over it. That's what this level does through its use of the spring mushroom. It would be so good without it, but no, we can't have nice things. Toy Time Galaxy, fast foes of Toy Time. Well, certainly more interesting than the last time we were here, but only slightly. Melty Molten Galaxy, Burning Tide. A rather unique test of patience, though it can be a bit disorienting at times because of the way the planet and the camera is set up, but still a neat idea. Dreadnought Galaxy, Infiltrating the Dreadnought. It has cool moments, but it's kinda overly long and drawn out, but not a bad start to this galaxy. Space Junk Galaxy, Terrantox's Tangled Web. Terrantox was never one of the game's better bosses, but this level's still decently enjoyable, especially since it doesn't overuse the sling pod gimmick like a certain other galaxy. Gold Leaf Galaxy, Cataquack to the Skies. The puzzle cube part is terrible, the rest of it is pretty solid and creative. I like how there's a random Jenga tower at the end. Neat stuff. Battle Rock Galaxy, Battle Rock Barrage. There's a lot of B's in that title. I guess I'll give it a B tier. It's a pretty standard platforming gauntlet, and not the most memorable mission in this galaxy. Sea Slide Galaxy, Going After Guppy. A fun little underwater tour of the galaxy, where you traverse through rings and show this dumbass shark why he's a dick. Gold Leaf Galaxy, Star Bunnies on the Hunt. A cute little romp through Better Honey Hive, complete with a fairly unique Star Bunny chasing segment, and also these weird item cube things that only show up here and nowhere else for some reason. Alrighty then, Good Egg Galaxy, a snack of cosmic proportions. It's alright, it can just be a little tedious to have to grind for starbits in this one, but it's got the delightful atmosphere and wonderful ideas of Good Egg, so not too bad. Sea Slide Galaxy, the Silver Stars of Sea Slide. It's got a nice vibe to it. I enjoy exploring the galaxy at a leisurely pace and only collecting 5 things instead of 100. It can be annoying to backtrack if you forget something, but it's not too bad. Dreadnought Galaxy, Revenge of the Topman Tribe. It's a pretty neat and varied mission, though the rehashed boss fight with minimal changes isn't really anything to write home about. Beach Bowl Galaxy, Fast Foes on the Cyclone Stone. This is where the Stone Cyclone finally gets interesting without going overwhelmingly awful like it is in Galaxy 2. A nice fun platforming challenge that doesn't make you want to tear your hair out. Sea Slide Galaxy, Underwater Cosmic Mario Race. One of the trickier races with this blue fucker, and that's what makes it decently enjoyable. But only decently. Freeze Flame Galaxy, the frozen peak of Baron Burr. Sir, this is a solid enough showcase of the Ice Flower, despite having kind of a weak boss fight. Gold Leaf Galaxy, the bell on the big tree. Honestly, a solid hiding spot for a star. It's a shame it's so mechanically basic, otherwise it might be higher. Freeze Flame Galaxy, Freeze Flame's blistering core. Pretty solid preview of the awesomeness that is to come in Melty Molten. Just this nice fun, steamy mission. Ghostly Galaxy, a very spooky sprint. A very unique and fairly enjoyable Polestar based race. Not amazing, but not too shabby. Gusty Garden Galaxy, Major Burrow's Daredevil Run. Certainly very challenging, though not the most interesting boss fight in the game. Still, not a bad basis for a Daredevil mission. Gold Leaf Galaxy, Cosmic Mario Forest Race. One of the better Cosmic Mario races since I like these platforms and the challenges that come from navigating them. But still, Cosmic Mario races aren't really the best thing in the game. Big Mouth Galaxy, Big Mouth Skull Bait.
Big Mouth!
The phrase Big Mouth has forever been ruined, but still, this is a fun little mission involving gold shells and boo murder. Matter Splatter Galaxy, Watch Your Step. The Matter Splatter concept is an ingenious one, and this level is filled with fun, unique platforming and actual good use of the spring mushroom? What? So yeah, it's pretty good stuff, aside from this last portion, which is a little slow and tedious. Oh my god, I just got 60 stars. Guess that means I can travel to the center of the universe and take on Bowser now.
You have 60 stars! Now you can travel to the center of the universe and take on Bowser! But before you do that, I could really use a website to promote my new storybook on sale now. Do you know of any way to create a website like that?
Do I know how to create a website like that? Yeah. Who do you think you're talking to? They don't make the memes about it for nothing. Let me tell you about Squarespace. Squarespace is a fantastic, intuitive online website builder that allows you to create beautiful websites for your business or personal hobby. Present your work using Squarespace's professional portfolio designs. Display projects in customizable galleries and add password-protected pages to share private work with clients. You can even present your videos from YouTube, Vimeo, and Animoto on your Squarespace site. Add an image overlay to your video to improve your website's load speed by waiting to embed video players until playback starts. Every design automatically includes a unique mobile experience that matches the overall style of your website, so your content will look great on every device, every time. And if you don't want that, you can always disable the mobile view from Website Manager. Buying a domain from Squarespace is simple because there are no hidden fees or price hikes. Each domain comes with an ad-free parking page and free WHOIS privacy on eligible domains. Squarespace sells over 200 top-level domains domain so you can find the perfect name for your website. Choose a URL that ends in .com, .net, .org, or if you're feeling funky, you can get a more specific one like .art. If you're ready to share your passions or promote your business with the rest of the world, head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/ShapeForAlice to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You know what? All that Squarespace talk got me hungry to collect the remaining 60 stars. I think I'll just grab them all now and then fight Bowser. Bye!
Okay, bye. Wait, don't you need to fight Bowser first to get the purple comets to appear?
Gateway Galaxy Grand Star Rescue. A simple yet solid introduction to the game. I love the contrast between the serene bunny chasing that introduces you to the gravity mechanics and the enticing danger of the rest of the mission. Not a bad way to start things off. Bubble Breeze Galaxy through the Poison Swamp. I'm one of the 5 people who actually really likes this bubble mechanic. It's really fun whether I'm taking a leisurely stroll or seeing how fast I can go without bumping into a spiked ball and dying horribly in poison. Either way, I dig it. Good Egg Galaxy Purple Coin Omelette. A very simple introduction to the purple coins, but it's kind of soothing to collect them in this incredibly lovely galaxy. Boo's Boneyard Galaxy Racing the Spooky Speedster. Pretty fun. I like the Boo Mushroom and I love shooting ahead of this guy using fans. Not too shabby of a race. Sea Slide Galaxy Hurry He's Hungry. I like this one because this guy spawns his planet form over this black hole. Like, he goes out of his way to give birth to his new form over a black hole. And he doesn't even give you a launch star to reach him. You have to use this convenient nearby cannon. My headcanon is that this guy is a huge asshole, but I do like collecting music notes on these disappearing platforms using the bee suit, so joke's on him. Battle Rock Galaxy breaking into the Battle Rock. Lots of epic sweeping moments and some bob-omb use make this one a solid time. I like how the planet at the end looks like a corn cob but with blue and red squares. Dreadnought Galaxy Dreadnought's Garbage Dump. This level was such a bitch as a kid until I learned that you have to throw bombs at the glowy spots. Then it became a decent challenge and a fairly fun one to revisit. Honey Hive Galaxy, Luigi and the Honey Hive Kingdom. Luigi is actually in a pretty neat hiding spot that makes you think about how you're gonna reach him, plus it's fun to knock him off the tree. A pretty solid game of hide and seek overall. Dreadnought Galaxy, Dreadnought's Colossal Cannons. A neat moving obstacle course takes center stage here and it's a great set piece. The star of the level is solid as well. Gusty Garden Galaxy, The Dirty Tricks of Major Burrows. I do love me some giant apples floating in space with a giant caterpillar connecting all of them, and the boss fight is neat as well. Battle Rock Galaxy, Purple Coins on the Battle Rock. A simple yet effective moving platform challenge where all you gotta do is grab every last coin and pray to God you don't miss any. It's solid, but outdone by a similar mission later on. Deep Dark Galaxy, The Underground Ghost Ship. I like using the Rainbow Star to kick the Fire Flower, plus the boss fight here is actually pretty neat and unexpected and not that rehashy. I like how it moves to the top half of the ship and narrows your playing field halfway through. Overall, a neat start to this galaxy. Ghostly Galaxy, Matter Splatter Mansion. I must have been a really dumb kid because the location of this hidden star stumped me for the longest time, but regardless, this was a super cool idea. I love testing the limits of how far ahead the level I can get, and the spooky vibe of the galaxy just goes really well with the Matter Splatter concept in general. Honey Climb Galaxy, Scaling the Sticky Wall. I find this one utterly bizarre as a standalone galaxy, considering it could have easily been a secret mission in Honey Hive for Gold Leaf. But oh well, it's still pretty fun to climb this honey and see how far I can go while touching as few honeycombs as possible. Space Junk Galaxy Polestar Path. Nice and elegant. I'm not the biggest fan of the pole stars as a concept, but this mission nails the beauty of space and the simple joy of lackadaisically pulling Mario through it. The ending part is pretty neat as well. Ghostly Galaxy, Beware of Bouldergeist. Now that's a great pun of a name. The bulk of the level is decent enough and introduces the Bomboos pretty well, but it's the titular boss that steals the show here. He's an absolute joy to fight. I only wish the entire mission was just this boss battle. If only, am I right? Bowser Jr.'s Lava Reactor, King Caliente's Spicy Return. This game is so lucky that I love King Caliente so much, cause in hindsight, this is a pretty lame semi-final Grand Star. Still, I do love the boss fight, so I'll give it a pass. Space Junk Galaxy, Camilla's Airstrip Attack. Just a super fun airship romp with some cool secrets and a neat boss fight. Not much else to say, it's just really fun. Gold Leaf Galaxy, When It Rains, It Pours. A super fun raiding gauntlet where you try as hard as you can to keep your bee suit throughout the whole level. The boss fight is basic, but not too shabby honestly. Deep Dark Galaxy, Plunder the Purple Coins. A simple and soothing open-ended purple coin hunt. Is not too spread out and searching for coins in the water isn't too annoying. Mostly because of the fun homing spin. Overall a good time. Freeze Flame Galaxy, Hot and Cold Collide. Finally! A level that actually delivers on the promise of the galaxy. Hot and cold do indeed collide in this pretty fun mission, with the best part being the ice skating bit at the end. Bowser's Dark Matter Plant, Darkness on the Horizon. A really fun gauntlet of gravity challenges with some excellent dark atmosphere to boot. A real winner of a semi-final confrontation with Bowser. Melty Molten Galaxy, Fiery Dino Piranha. I think it's pretty neat that the first star of the first main galaxy you visit is a fight with regular Dino Piranha, and the last star of the last galaxy is the souped up fire version. It's no mere palette swap either. The fire makes this an incredibly daunting challenge to complete, and the level leading up to the boss is really solid as well. Melty Molten Galaxy, Through the Meteor Storm. The meteor concept ties the whole level together, and it's got plenty of other unique ideas of its own as well, especially the surprise rolling ball segment at the end with a cool dramatic remix of the rolling ball music. Pretty neat, even though I really hate this bullet bill segment, but oh well. Beach Bowl Galaxy, While Jumping Up Waterfalls. Hot take, this should not have been a hidden star. The mission where all you do is grab a gold shell should have. And this could have been a fun introduction to the ice flower that actually takes you to a new location in the galaxy. It's enjoyable to wall jump up waterfalls, as the name implies, and making an ice path for the Cataquack at the end is tricky, yet rewarding. Pretty good stuff here, I like it. Battle Rock Galaxy, Battle Rock Garbage Dump. Using an invincibility star to kill all the chomps that collect star bits is pretty fun, and there's something weirdly cathartic about blowing up all this trash with bombs. It's nice, simple fun. Melty Molten Galaxy, The Sinking Lava Spire. A rock solid introduction to this galaxy, with tons of unique, memorable moments like the volcano loaded with star bits, the lava-plagued pole star path, and of course, the titular lava spire itself. Solid fun all around. Bubble Blast Galaxy, The Electric Labyrinth. A brutal gauntlet of challenges that pushes the bubble mechanic to its absolute limit. The lack of a checkpoint makes the first part incredibly grueling but immensely satisfying to complete. It's perhaps the best test of patience in the entire game, and I for one really dig it. I almost wish they brought the bubbles back for Galaxy 2, honestly. Grand Finale Galaxy, The Star Festival. Scoff all you want, but honestly, before Nintendo decided to cap these games off with super hard final levels, this was a perfect hidden finale. Finally getting to live out the Star Festival from the beginning of the game after everything you've been through, with all the kooky characters you've met along the way, it's just magical. The message sent to your Wii menu or Switch camera roll is just the cherry on top. I only wish Peach herself was here to greet us. Loop-de-Swoop Galaxy, The Galaxy's Greatest Wave. I always save this one for last during my 120 star playthroughs. It's just a nice capper on everything. It's not really challenging, but it makes great fun use of the ray surfing, and I love going around the galaxy and saying hi to everyone whenever I get a new best time. Which happens every time, since like I said, it's pretty easy. Space Junk Galaxy, Purple Coin Spacewalk. I love long jumping into each group of 10 coins knowing that the floor will appear beneath me when I get there. Yeah, this is a pretty fun mission despite how simple it is, and it's a great fit for the purple coins. Deep Dark Galaxy, Bubble Blast Off. This is the weirdest star in the game, man. You start off with a boss fight that's pretty fun due to the coconuts you can shuck at him. Then you grab a fire flower and use it to spawn an ice flower. Blast off to different planets using bubbles instead of the usual launch stars. And finally, ground pound tennis balls into a watermelon to make it a big watermelon. I don't understand any of that, but at least it made for a fun, insane level. Melty Molten Galaxy, Red Hot Purple Coins. A simple yet satisfying open world hunt for purple coins, taking advantage of every last nook and cranny of this volcanic planet. You will be safe here, because it's a pretty great mission. Battle Rock Galaxy, Top Maniac and the Topman Tribe. This one's got it all. Exciting explosions, a cool 2D section with gravity manipulation, a super easy yet mechanically satisfying boss fight. It's a blast. I love how each mission in this galaxy just picks up more and more steam before it reaches its crescendo here. Freeze Flame Galaxy, Frosty Cosmic Mario Race. Easily the best Cosmic Mario star, not because it's a particularly good race, since it's incredibly easy to beat Cosmic Mario, but because ice skating is fun, damn it! Also, I think the spawn for this star is kind of broken, because it always spawns after I beat the first mission, which didn't have this ice skating part in it. I just wanted to point that out because it's been bugging me ever since I was a kid. Good Egg Galaxy, King Caliente's Battle Fleet. I like how this one subtly primes you for the fight with King Caliente by introducing the coconut spinning mechanic in low stakes arenas, before topping it off with a simple yet super fun boss fight. Plus, the fact that this galaxy switches up where the launch star to get off the first planet is every time is a nice touch as well. Toy Time Galaxy, Heavy Metal Mecha-Bowser. Yeah, the spring mushroom blows, but this level doesn't use it in any difficult or frustrating ways. It's just a fun romp through a whimsical, colorful galaxy. Plus, it's so much fun to take down this giant robot piece by piece. Melty Molten Galaxy, Lava Spire Daredevil Run. The single most evil mission in the entire game. As a kid, when I saw that Daredevil comment over Melty Molten, I assumed, as any normal person would, it was for Fiery Dino Piranha. Lol, nope. Here, do this entire mission without getting hit once. The sheer brutality of this task is enough to shoot it far above the Speedy Comets, even though this mission is also an instance of repeating the same star over again. Still, It's not the same. Not by a long shot. It's a psychological torture simulation where you have to keep your cool and keep your head the whole way through since you know there's no checkpoints. Utterly maniacal, but I'm honestly glad such an insane challenge exists in this game. Deep Dark Galaxy Ghost Ship Daredevil Run. Honestly, one of the most intense Daredevil battles in the whole game, what with all the fire spells flying your way. Do you go in for the kill on Camilla, or do you take out her Magic Koopa henchman while on this tiny ass platform? I don't know, but whatever you do, you better do it soon. The intensity here is great and a super fun challenge. Rolling Gizmo Galaxy, Gizmos, Gadgets, and Gears. Oh, this gave me so much trouble as a kid. But over the years, I've learned how to master it, and now I beat it first try every time. It's a really fun use of the rolling ball mechanic operating at its full potential. And I always look forward to giving this obstacle course that traumatized me in my childhood what for. Sand Spiral Galaxy, choosing a favorite snack. I love the idea of, well, choosing a favorite snack. This game rarely ever gives you options on which power-up you'd like to use in a certain level. And this choice, coupled with the super fun rainbow romp towards that big-ass moon at the end, makes for a mission I always look forward to. Gold Leaf Galaxy, Purple Coins in the Woods. I already enjoyed this obstacle course, but when coupled with an urgent, high-stakes purple coins collecting race, that's when it becomes a true winner. Toy Time Galaxy, Mario meets Mario. This giant 8-bit Mario is objectively one of the coolest things in the entire game. And the mission to reach it and bask in its glory is simple yet satisfying. Ghostly Galaxy, Purple Coins in the Bone Pen. This one is nuts with its 1 minute time limit that really stretches you down to the wire. But I'm not gonna lie, it's probably the most creative and fun use of pull stars in the entire game. I have to give them props for thinking this one up, honestly. Great work there. Bowser Jr.'s Airship Armada, sinking the airships. This level slaps. It's got shortcuts, cute little secrets, an oversized rocket skateboard, and an incredibly fun and hectic battle with Bowser Jr. Honestly, this probably should have been your last encounter with him. It's a lot more climactic than just refighting King Caliente again. Bonefin Galaxy, King Finn's Dangerous Waters. Wait, a good underwater boss? How is that possible? I don't know, but they did it. The intensity of fighting this skeletal shark with all sorts of Koopa shells is just too good to pass up. I love it. I love it! Good Egg Galaxy, Dino Piranha, an all-time classic, man. The amazing music, the multiple paths through the level, and the simple yet immensely satisfying boss fight make this one a treat to revisit every time I start the game over. Honey Hive Galaxy, B Mario Takes Flight. A stellar introduction to B Mario. This mission makes the Honey Hive Galaxy feel lived in and shows off so many stellar B-related mechanics. It introduces the Toad Brigade and everyone's favorite inexplicable Mario Kart character, Honey Queen. Where would we be as a society without Honey Queen in Mario Kart? Like, come on. Ghostly Galaxy, Bouldergeist Daredevil Run. Finally, a worthy opponent. This battle is legendary! Just nothing but this absolute killer boss battle, with the Daredevil restriction adding some legit challenge to the proceedings. It's so satisfying to beat the spooky rock boy in one try, which I didn't do on my most recent playthrough. In fact, I rarely do it, but that's what makes it fun and challenging. Dreadnought Galaxy, Battle Station's Purple Coins. An absolutely grueling gauntlet of purple coin collecting, what with the constantly flipping gravity and the fact that you're still operating in a 3D space, so you need to align yourself perfectly to collect the coins. It's a true test of your platforming prowess and one of the absolute best purple coin missions in the whole game. Also, this mission is a dick for withholding the final coin until the launch star at the end, making you think you missed a coin on your first playthrough. That's evil, and I love it. Space Junk Galaxy, Yoshi's Unexpected Appearance. Oh, come on, how can you not love this mission? It's Yoshi! I always look forward to this one. It's an absolute blast to try and string together the biggest combo of Goomba jumps possible. Plus, I mean, come on, it's Yoshi! Ghostly Galaxy, Luigi and the Haunted Mansion. Now this is what I'm talking about. A loving tribute to Luigi's Mansion and a perfect introduction to not only the Boo power-up, but to Luigi in the realm of 3D Mario, 64DS notwithstanding. I love that the Boos are gay for Mario, and I overall just get really giddy to replay this mission every time I start the game over. Luigi is my soulmate. Good Egg Galaxy, Luigi on the Roof. Video games, as a medium, have not concocted a more perfectly concise platforming challenge than this. You can see your goal from the starting screen of the mission. All it takes is one perfectly timed triple jump and the mission is over. If you mess it up, you feel like absolute garbage. If you're a true degenerate, you take the orange pipe. But when you get the satisfaction of clearing that triple jump and landing on the roof on the first try, it's pure euphoria. Nothing quite like it in this entire game. I can't fully tell if this was a brilliant or lazy decision to put Luigi in such an obvious spot, but I'm leaning towards brilliant the more I think about it. This is one of my absolute favorite stars to collect in the game, and can you really blame me for thinking that way? Sweet Sweet Galaxy Rocky Road. A tricky, delectable platform challenge that I'm always hyped to revisit. Clearly, the hungry Luma that spawned this galaxy didn't have the best diet, but fortunately, he made a pretty killer mission for us to enjoy. Gusty Garden Galaxy, purple coins on the puzzle cube. I love the purple coin missions that let you go anywhere you want and grab whichever coins you want while also still operating under a time limit. It makes for such dynamic, exciting levels. Plus the slew of unique layouts on this puzzle cube is just too good to pass up. Bowser Jr.'s Robot Reactor, Mega Legs Moon. Mario reenacts Shadow of the Colossus in a short yet unbelievably satisfying set piece boss fight. It's forever ingrained into my brain as one of this game's highlights, and for good reason. Gusty Garden Galaxy, the Golden Chomp. This star blew my mind as a kid. I thought it was too clever to be true. This random golden chomp rolling around had a star inside? No way. They couldn't have. But once I discovered this rainbow star that's hidden underneath 5 question mark coins, I carried my rainbow ass self all the way over to the chomp, and bam, there it was. I was absolutely giddy from discovering this for myself, and all these years later, it's such a cool and clever secret. I always go for this star before clearing the actual main mission. Gateway Galaxy, Gateway's purple coins. The atmosphere here is unparalleled. Not only does it feature a beautiful cutscene with Rosalina, but an amazing new power-up that sadly never sees any real use outside of this mission. It's so freeing to fly through the stars and grab a ton of purple coins using one homing spin. An absolutely gorgeous mission that doesn't overstay its welcome and makes for one unforgettable moment. Bowser's Galaxy Reactor, the fate of the universe. The most epic moment in any Mario game to date. I still get chills when Mario just walks forward at the beginning of the level instead of being launched there as the dramatic score kicks in. It's like, damn. This is serious business. The level is a Frankenstein's monster of mismatched themes and ideas that Bowser pieced together, and it's a fitting and intense gauntlet of challenges. It all culminates with the most dramatic showdown with Bowser ever conceived, featuring unique new phases to the fight and one hell of an incredible score. A final level for the ages. Toy Time Galaxy, Luigi's Purple Coins. Everything great about this game distilled into one level. An immensely fun and challenging timed mission that's also rather open-ended at the same time. There's 150 coins here and you only need 100, so take whatever path you want. Go for the hard ones, or don't. It's all up to you. This mission is so creative, so fun, so bombastic, so challenging. It's got the most creative use of the purple coins by far. It's one big tribute to Luigi. It was so good that Galaxy 2 entirely ripped it off. Oh my god. It's just the perfect mission and my absolute favorite in the game. So, that was my list. I probably won't do this for Galaxy 2 because that requires me to go dig my Wii U out of the dumpster. Plus, that game has so many green stars that ranking them all would actually kill me. I wouldn't expect this for 64 and Sunshine either because I actually have never 100%ed either of those games. I have 100% completed Odyssey before, but yeah, no, we're not ranking those. 3D World, the best level is every single one with the double cherry, and the worst level is every single one without the double cherry. It's a big tie. Okay, that's all. Good night, Tri-State Galaxy.